Is martial arts good for everybody? Welcome to another episode of Anxious Black Belt, podcast that focuses on karate, mental health, and everything in between. Today's episode is inspired by a conversation yesterday online. And again, I talked about it before. I'm going to talk about it again, about the benefits of martial arts to children and adults, and a conviction of martial artists that the martial arts or karate is the best thing ever for every child and every person. Again, excuse me for not being in a studio, but I've been dropping just my daughter to a party, so I thought I've got a little bit of a time. I'm going to record this because Monday is going to be catching up with everything after those 2 weeks of kids' school break. So probably if you listen to this podcast before, you know that I am an advocate for a karate for mental health, physical health, disabilities, and so on. So I've been suffering with mental health. Karate helped me a lot. So I am a huge fan of benefits from the martial arts training, martial arts community, and so on. But it's only for people who like to do it. Do I believe that people should have skills in self-defense? Yes, I think they should. I think everybody should go through the course. I think that should be part of a education where you've got access to self-defense, self-protection, but you don't need to be a martial artist. It's not for everybody. Not everybody likes being beaten, being choked out, being thrown about, and we've been surviving for hundreds of thousands of years. Not everybody have to know martial arts and be a killer. There's different professions that can help us. Nowadays, we've got the military people who volunteer to do that. Not everybody should be a full-time martial artist, killer, Rambo, or whatever you want to call it. So people got choice to do other stuff. And the benefits like a discipline, self-worth, self-value, self-esteem are outcomes of doing martial arts, but you can get that in the other activities. You go to football, you're gonna learn exactly the same qualities. Something that you excel in, gonna boost your self-confidence. If you're good at something, it makes you feel better. If you do sports, it makes you healthier. If you go chess, your brain gonna be better. If you're winning, you're admired by people. You've got a positive reactions to your well-being, to your skills. Therefore, you feel better, you feel more acknowledged. And from the side of a self-defense as well, we know that the confidence is one of the key factors that you are not picked on as a victim. People who are doubting themselves, they are kind of showing signs of not being confident, are the chosen victims. So if you do something that it makes you happy, proud, you kind of know what you're doing, you know your value, whatever it comes from, martial arts, swimming, jogging, whatever, gym, lifting weights, you've got that benefits of self-worth and being valued in your own eyes. But do you have to be forced to do that just through martial arts? No. You should be evaluating your happiness through your activity. So let's say you are going to the martial arts club, you give it a good chance, you've been there 6 months, but you're really not enjoying it. You should just go do something else, do swimming, do pottery, do painting, whatever makes you happy. You don't have to do martial arts because a group of people online, like myself, said that you've got the super big benefits of being punched. Not everybody likes to being punched in the face. Not everybody wants to have limbs torn and be in a kind of danger zone of injuries all the time. It's a special people. Martial arts, as I say, that it's for everybody as an accessible activity. It's not for everybody as a continuous activity. And especially with children, I see, and that was conversation yesterday online, that parents quit, not children don't quit, parents quit. And yeah, I disagree with that completely. You shouldn't be forcing your children. If your child wants to quit and it give a good chance to that activity, they should be able to quit. With my own kids, we're going somewhere, they want to try something, we're going in. If they like it for a couple of times, we give them 6 months of training, and then they need to commit for 6 months, then they can quit. There are gonna be days that they're gonna be saying, I don't want to go for karate, I don't want to go for swimming, I don't want to go for pottery or whatever it is, their chosen activity. There'll be days like that. Then you encourage them, come on, let's try it, let's see how it goes. If they go and they have a great time and they come up happy, then you know that they still enjoying it. It was just something offset before the class. You managed to control that situation, you've got your kids back into the activity, they are happy, you are happy, and so on. But if you've got a child who goes 6 months to the activity and it is just a chore, they're coming out, they are not happy, and you're forcing them in that they have to go, they have to train martial arts, they have to be great, they have to do that, you're just a tyrant of the parent. You should acknowledge that they are not want to do that, and you move on, do something else. And do I follow that principle? Yes. Do I do that apply to life skills? Yes. So swimming is a life skill, yet my daughter hated it, didn't want to go to the pool. We tried for half a year, we managed to get her to the pool. She would not put her head underwater, she was panicking, she was not listening, she was just pain in the butt to everything and everybody. So we decided, as much as the swimming is valuable and important, we took her out. She was doing drama, she done the drama for a year, she didn't like it, we moved away from that. She started doing now karate, she's enjoying it, she's doing it with us, she's doing football for a year, she's enjoying it, she's staying. Sometimes she doesn't want to go for football because of the bad weather and stuff like that. We're going anyway, she's got great fun, so we continue in this. But going back to the swimming.
Make gifting easy with Benson and Clegg. Handcrafted cufflinks, luxury accessories, and a proper British style. Trusted since the 1930s by royalty. Get 15% off with code KARATE15, exclusively for Anxious Black Belt podcast listeners. Shop now at bensonandclegg.com.
We took her out of the swimming because I don't want her to hate swimming forever. On example of my mom was forced to swim. She had an incident that she nearly drowned, not drowned, but she felt like drowning. She is not going anywhere to near water in her 70s. I don't want my daughter to be like that. And we gave her a break for 4 years now. Now she's enjoying water. She's asking us to go to swimming pool, to have fun, to have lessons. If you force your child to do something, there's big chance they're gonna be hating it for life. I tried to get my kids to karate very early. They didn't want it. I let it go. Now we are 5 years later. They both in a club. They both enjoying it. Max is doing BJJ as well. So we got kids who do martial arts. They never wanted to do it. I tried to convince them to do when they were younger. They did not want it to do. And it is my role as a parent to assess that situation and choose when they are allowed to quit. Because that gives them agency over their life. They know that they can trust me. They know that I'm listening to them and I'm not forcing them. That's how you build the self-worth with children. They can decide what they want to do. I don't need to force them to go to training. They want to go for training. They learn better. They're not a pain in the ass for other teachers. They listen because they are interested in the activity they want to do. And I don't know why martial artists think that the martial arts is the best thing ever for everybody. It is not. Some people are going to enjoy it, some people will not enjoy it, and they don't want to do it. So why force your children to go and do it? They want to try, come in, have a try, have a free for 6 months, decide. It might be not for them. Maybe they're gonna be a top level scientist. One of the guys said yesterday, oh, my parents forced me, I was the kid like that, and now I own the gym and I'm teaching. Well, what if you've been discovered time travel because you've been allowed to go and do something else instead of be forcing and being a martial arts gym owner? What if you be a greatest musician or painter or something like that? We as parents need to help our children to find something that they're really passionate about, they want to do, and that they're gonna be excelling in life at that. You know, I chosen martial arts, I love martial arts, it is my life, it is my earnings, it is my job, it is my passion, but I will not force my children to choose my path. It feels like a lot of parents, because they have aspirations and achievements that they wanna, either they fail on them or they are not as good as they wanted to be, or they're super successful, they try to project that on children, because I'm doing something, you must be doing something. And you know, it's the most stories we're watching in TV, movies, books, is that children later on rebelling from their parents, looking for their own path. So why not give them a kickstart and start ahead, start from the young age, allowing them to choose what they want to do and encourage them. My dad always discouraged me from karate. He said, there's no money in this, you should go and get a decent job, like being a builder, a butcher or something like that. That's the real jobs. Teaching karate and sports is not a real job. And unfortunately, I've been listening to him for a long time, bless his soul. And I've been doing jobs in building sites, car mechanics, all sorts of things, and doing karate on the side. Only when I moved to UK, I decided that, and our son was on the way, I decided that, hey, maybe that karate thing is something that I can do as a side hustle, and that side hustle turned into a business. But if my dad said to me at age 17, hey, let's go, let's do that. I help you, you be a martial artist, give it a try, see what happens within a year to 5 years. If not, you can go and do something else. I would be way ahead. I would be probably 10 times more successful than I am now. I would be working since 17 to build the business I want to be in, instead of on being a 27, then waking up, 36. I started doing full time, I was 36. How much time I would have to develop the stuff that I needed now to run a successful martial arts school, that I can pay the bills, I can allow my kids to do what they want. So anyway, bit of a rant. Don't be obsessed about martial arts. It's a great activity, it's got lots of benefits for people who want to be in it. The key is the non-judgmental environment, and you can get that in the dance groups, you can get that in fitness groups, you can get that chess clubs, swimming groups, running groups, wherever people support you and you feel good, you feel supported, you feel like you're flourishing, you're getting that self-confidence, self-worth, you're gonna be having the same benefits. It doesn't need to be martial arts. Anyway, if you would like to support the channel, please subscribe and listen to another episode or watch another episode. If you're listening on a podcast, thank you very much. If you would leave that review. If you don't agree with me, please comment down below, because that always helps, and I love the conversation, and we need to have a talks about like that, things like that, because that promotes a healthy environment within martial arts. And if you have a better and healthy parents and happy kids in school, your work as a martial arts instructor is easier.